Hello everyone. In an absolutely blood boiling news, GoFundMe tried to steal all the donations that were given for Canadian Freedom Convoy, and not only that, they they told all the donators that if you don't request to get your money back, all that money will be donated to their preferred charity or GoFundMe's preferred charities. I mean, the audacity and insanity, unbelievable. It's just mind boggling. Which goes on to show that how much can we trust this system when they are openly stealing your money and telling you that not only we are stealing this money, we are going to use it however we want to use it. Unfreaking believable. So yeah, let's go through the insanity quickly. Last night, GoFundMe announced that it would be seizing all the money donated to the cause and that donors would only see their donations refunded if they specifically requested that money be returned. So not only they are seizing the money, they will not give any money back to donors if they don't specifically request that money. Otherwise it would be forwarded to other cause of GoFundMe choice. So if you don't request your money back, they will be that money will be given to some other charity. Well, this didn't go over too well with the donors, who many of whom threw a fit online. I mean, throwing a fit is an understatement. In fact, these guys should be sued and taken to the task. It's unbelievable what they have just dared to do. I mean, the cojones on them, I would say the arrogance, actually, not the cojones. Cojones is more more there is a sort of a bravery and connotation to that, but this is just appalling, the arrogance. Now, in what could become a major threat to GoFundMe, anybody interested in the new platform can donate as little as single Satoshi, and the fundraiser has a target of 500 million. So here they are talking about a new platform. The Convoy has chosen to get some donations, and this is what they're talking about here. Just as we anticipated, it looks like a crypto-based crowdfunding platform, Telecoin, has helped supporters of the Canadian truckers reroute their donations to help support the people on the front lines of the protest. So because GoFundMe seized their funds, so they had to go with this new platform for crowdfunding. More than 700,000 have been raised to benefit the truckers on Telecoin. So this is the beauty of having decentralized systems. Any money that you use using crypto-based non-centralized platform, it is just impossible to confiscate it, because it's on a public ledger. Every transaction can be seen by anyone, so it cannot be either messed with, or integrity of transactions can be changed, as well as it's open for everyone to see. But I will come to the benefits of non-centralized bit in a while. Back to this article and the issue. Conservatives are livid after GoFundMe caved to the Canadian government and cancelled a massive donation campaign that had reached $10 million. So it looks like the Canadian government was in cahoots, and they were the one who probably pushed the GoFundMe to take this action. Um, it it is absolutely a fraud, and that's exactly what Florida Governor Ron DeSantis tweeted. It is a fraud for GoFundMe to commandeer 9 million in donations sent to support truckers and give it to the causes of their own choosing. I mean, giving it to their own choosing is unbelievable. They could have, as without any pressure, said, "Hey guys, we are being pressured by the government, so we can't take any more funds, and we will give all your money back, no questions asked." That may have saved some face, but playing these games is going to be very bad for them. Republican Jim Jordan pointed out that GoFundMe promoted the Antifa occupied chop zone in Seattle, but they shut down fundraisers for truckers protesting sickness mandates. So yeah, I mean, GoFundMe was happy to promote these crazy groups like Antifa in Seattle, but the legitimate protesters, they are shutting them down. That's just crazy. Benny Johnson captured the prevailing sentiment on Saturday, tweeting that GoFundMe story was my breaking point. Blood boiling. F GoFundMe, put them in prison. Authoritarian boot licking thieving scum. Not another dollar to them ever. I kind of feel the sentiment, except for the fact put them in prison. I think they should be taken to the task. I mean, serious repercussions has to be there. I mean, it's just insane that they can get away with this. If they can get away with this, of course. I sure hope they can't, or they won't. GoFundMe's Trustpilot rating page was just suspended after people began to bombard it with negative reviews. So they have, at least looks like they have a rating page, and once the negative reviews started coming, they just suspended that page. I think it's sorry about that. Meanwhile, a give send go campaign for freedom Convoy reached 1.1 million in donations overnight. However, the platform is currently inaccessible and has said it's under DDoS attack. So instead of GoFundMe, I think Freedom Convoy started using this another platform, Give Send Go, and they have been able to collect $1.1 million, but no, somebody is not happy with that, and I think they are under some sort of a DOS attack. Let's review GoFundMe's previous support of far left violence. So they have been very supportive of far left violence, whether it was Antifa or 2020 riots, Riot Kitchen, Seattle Antifa group. So yeah, they have been supportive of far left violence, but for some reason, any legitimate cause, they are not supporting that. After the radical leftists in San Fran who operate GoFundMe seized millions of dollars from Canadian Freedom Convoy and vowed to refund donations to donors upon request, or disperse the fund to credible charity. Now here is the kicker. These credible charities which they were going to give that money were Black Lives Matter, Greenpeace, and Planned Parenthood Matter. I mean, it's insane that this gives you an idea of who they are supportive of. The internet went absolutely mental Friday night about the crowdsourcing platform decision. Now later on they changed this decision. and these tweets. Later on, they changed this decision because of outcry, and they said hours later, around 2 Eastern Time, Saturday, GoFundMe released another statement that said, due to donor feedback, we are simplifying the process and automatically refunding donations. So initially they said they are going to refund only upon request, but then when they realized that they have done a big boo boo, they changed that and said they will honor all they will honor all the refunds, and they will give all the donations back. Um it's insane what this is what Elon Musk said. Amateur thieves who stole the packages from the Amtrak, and then they are the professionals. Oh man, it just boils my blood as well. Everybody who donated should do this. It costs GoFundMe $15 per chargeback. Chargebacks occur when donor contact their card issuer to dispute the donation they made on GoFundMe. This returns the money to the donor. So it looks like he's suggesting, use chargebacks. That way, they donor get their money back, but GoFundMe will be charged $15 per transaction or per chargeback, and that would cause a lot of hurt for them. Yeah, I'm not sure whether that's gonna fly, but we'll see. And this is insanity. The damage is already done. It's only a matter of time before an alternate crowdsourcing platform is discovered and or created. Yeah, well, as I said up above, some cryptos platforms have already popped up, and they are being used by um, Freedom Convoy, and that's Tallycoin. So, which brings me to a very good segue, that if these entities, private entities, government, banks, banksters, if they have audacity to do these things, broad daylight, and they can easily get away with it, one should definitely be considering of assets outside of the system at this point. It is absolutely insane to keep your money and assets into the system when they can actually steal it in broad daylight. What could be those options? I mean, as I always say, physical precious metals is one of the option. Cryptos is another. Cryptos is bit question mark these days, because majority of them have become like a scam. But there are a lot of good ones, and do your research before picking those. But we should be considering those options. And which also brings a good point, that once, and I have actually made many videos on this, that once governments bring these CBDCs or their own version of cryptos, how detrimental they can be to the society, because they consolidate all the power at a single place. All the financial power goes into the hands of a single entity. If CBDCs are do happen, and sooner or later they are going to happen. So in case you're wondering what life will be under CBDC, this is how it will be. And I've made many videos detailing this. I'm going to put links to those as well, but just a quick one on that. GoFundMe just showed us two elite class aspirations in one single swoop. confiscation and redistribution. So they confiscated the money and they try to redistribute it to their own charities. Uh, those MMTers who are promising you a cost-free UBI may not even realize themselves what the trade-offs will be that will come with it. Aside from skyrocketing debt levels and hyperinflation, those will be the social credit hooks which will invariably be built into CBDCs, and that is, my friend, the keys. Those social credit hooks, that centralization of control of currency is going to be very serious. They call it people's ledger. Of course, they will use those Orwellian terms. Um, but what it really did was outline a blueprint for. So they here they're saying that they released a white paper on CBDCs, and that's the U.S. government, and they outlined a blueprint for complete takeover of the private banking system, and would bake in protocols for a compulsory investments and arbitrary deposits and withdrawals. That is very important to understand. Compulsory investments would actually ensure that your money is invested into something they want, whether it is into pensions which you will never ever get, or it is into 401ks that you will never ever get, or it is into bonds where you will lose always money. So those sort of compulsory investments that are in their favor versus in your favor, and arbitrary deposits and withdrawals. So arbitrary deposit and withdrawals, like where they will program the currency in such a way that if you don't use it, then you lose it, or if you don't invest it in the in a certain way, or you don't buy certain things using that, then either you will be penalized or you will be money will not be given to you anymore. But since we are talking about Canada's Freedom Convoy, we can look at how the Bank of Canada's white paper CBDC express enthusiasm around the same capabilities of smart contracts and benefits of programmability. Now, them being so open about it is crazy. I mean, it should raise red flags left, right, and center. They are claiming themselves to start smart contracts could enable programmable money by adding certain attributes to it. For example, money could be programmed to gain or lose value over time. I mean, how can they openly say sell it with a straight face? If my money is losing value over time, how is it beneficial to me? Or it could be programmed to be used in transactions for only specific goods or services. Like I said, if something they don't like if I'm trying to invest it into some hard assets like gold or silver, and if they don't like that, it could be programmed to use only certain transactions. So when I'm trying to buy gold, it won't work. Now, how crazy is that? And they are openly writing it in their white paper and using that to sell some sort of a virtue or benefit of that. It's beyond my understanding. Furthermore, smart contracts can enable programmable payments, automated payments that are executed after certain conditions are met. So anyway, so this is the insanity. They will be having full control of the currency. They can tax it, they can stop the transactions, you name it, which actually, coming back to this original problem, which I should again emphasize, we should be considering putting investments and assets some investments and assets outside of system. Otherwise, your money can be Cyprused or co-signed anytime. Anyway, so that's on insanity happening in Canada, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.